Unhinged Lunatic here. If you're new to the page, I talk about a lot of mental illness, physical illnesses, all kinds of good stuff. And today's topic, by the way, I'm Stephanie. Today's topic is part 2 of OCD. And this part, I want to talk about how it can impact your relationship with family members, loved ones, significant other, even pets, like all kinds of stuff. Because so many people look at OCD as a very small thing. It's like a repetitive thing that people have to keep doing, or they have to keep checking a doorknob, or they have to flick the light on so many times. But it's so much bigger than that. And a lot of people are probably undiagnosed with this and they think maybe they're just going crazy. Like they just don't know what's happening to them. So they don't even bother to like go to the doctor. They're just dealing with it on their own. And I don't want you to have to do that anymore. And that's the reason why I'm making these videos. Is because I deal with a lot of different things that I never even knew that I had until I started doing therapy and I started seeing a psychiatrist. I have caseworkers. I have 2 therapists. I have so many different people that's helping me through this journey that I know that some people don't have that. So I want to take what I am learning and give it to other people because I know how it is to kind of be on your own and not know what to do with anything. So, or to have the funds to be able to do this because let's be frank, we can barely afford eggs. So, this is the purpose in me making this page. Now, I want to go to the relationship aspect. And relationship aspect of OCD is that we can become very obsessed with our partner or our loved one. Like you can start worrying about, like, say for me, like I worry about my mother a lot. Like I'm like, is she gonna lie to me about my grandmother? Because my grandmother never told us that she was sick. So I'm like, is my mother gonna do that? Is there something wrong? Is she hiding something from me? Like I'm constantly, like I swear I have so many thoughts in a single day about my mother, and like I obsess over it. And even though she tells me like I'm not going to do that to you, Stephanie, relax, I'm still like, oh my god. Because even while living with my mother, I have this obsession with my mother. I would like check her doorknobs just to make sure that they were locked. Even though she said that they were locked, I was like, no. It's like I have this compulsiveness to like make sure my mother is okay. And it might have something to do with me losing my father, me not getting a chance to deal with that situation. I don't know where that part comes into play yet. I'm still dealing with everything myself, so I'm not perfect. I'm going through this process with all of you that's watching, so that's I think that's going to help a lot more because I'm not a professional. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not any of these things. I am somebody that's dealing with it myself even in this very moment. So maybe we can work together and get through this together. Okay, but the point of the matter is that I obsess about what my mother is going through or how she is doing. Now, granted, I may not talk to her all the time. I may not check on her all the time. But inside, I am literally on edge. I am on edge, worried about what's she doing? Is she eating? Is she going to the doctors? Is she lying to me about how she feels? It's an obsession that I have, and it's crazy. And sometimes that can impact a relationship with a loved one if you're constantly writing them and you're like, are you okay? Are you lying to me? What's going on? And in a spousal relationship, that can cause a lot of issues. So if you're constantly asking your husband or boyfriend, like, where are you? Like, are you okay? Did you, check the oil in the car? Did you do this? Did you do that? Like, what time are you going to drive home? How far is it from job to home? Like, you can kind of get on somebody's damn nerves. And then they're going to revert that into like a control thing. Like you're trying to control them. You want to know everything that they're doing because you're just being nosy. And that's not the case. That's not always the case. Some people are a little crazy like that, but some people are not. So with me, I worry a lot about it when my boyfriend makes it to work or when he's on his way home. I worry about these things, and I don't necessarily stare at the clock to be like, okay, he's got 25 minutes to get home, or I'm going to assume something's wrong. But with me, it's like if he doesn't write me at some point within like a time period that he's made it to work, my natural thought is something's happened to him. He's gotten into a wreck. Like he's, I don't know, had a seizure and drove the car off of a bridge. Like I have so many fudged up thoughts, but I have learned to just like kind of relax, give him a little bit to see if he's going to respond. And, eventually he responds. One day something might happen and that'll probably send my OCD way overboard. But for now, I'm learning to kind of take a step back and just kind of relax and let him do his thing. He's very cooperative. Jesus, I can't talk today. He's very understanding when I'm like, please just write me when you get to work. I just want to know you're okay. Or write me when you're on your way home so I know when to start dinner. Like these little things that I'm trying to learn to do and also not be so crazy about it because I'm not I don't need to know when he stops to take a piss. I don't I don't need to know specific details. Like I'm not crazy and I'm not a control freak in that sense. But I have these worries and concerns and it's because I love them and but I can't let my OCD part of that like ruin my relationship and I have to learn how to like take a step back and be like, okay, just give it an extra few minutes. Like I will tap, I will move around, I will try to do something to keep myself busy. I will try to play music and be like, okay, when I get through 10 songs, then I write them and just be like, are you okay? Instead of being like, where the hell are you? Where have you been? Like, why didn't you write me? Like, don't be that person that kind of like bites somebody's heads off because they didn't respond quick enough for you. Like don't do that. Like you are crazy if you do that. I'm sorry. Don't do that. Um or if you haven't learned these techniques yet, then try to learn like that communication barrier and try to be respectful of their feelings and you don't want somebody coming at you twisted like that, so don't come at them twisted like that. So just remember those sorts of things when you're dealing with OCD. You know, uh, it's just OCD can play such a big part in somebody's life. Like it legitimately can. Like you can have let's see. Let me just go through this for a second because there's so many different types of OCD that it's just absolutely insane. Like they have I'm not even going to say the first one because most people will probably click off here and never come back. They have existential OCD, and that's a person's existence. Somatic OCD, which is like you're blinking, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you're focusing so much on that. Relationship OCD, somatic OCD, which I already just said. Purely obsessional OCD. Um, which is a type characterized by a lack of obvious compulsions. Oh my god, I cannot say that word today. Anyway, they have religious ones. There's so many different types of OCD. So don't put it in this little tiny box like OCD is just, oh, I have to clean my house and I have to organize specific things and things have to sit a certain kind of way because it's so much bigger than that. So when somebody says that they have OCD, try to get to know them. Ask them what their OCD is because mine a lot of times when I'm at the doctor, I'm like this and I'm constantly doing this and by the time I get up, there's hair everywhere. Like cuz I've already jerked half my hair out. Now whether that is a part of me soothing myself or what have you or whatever the case is, it's still it's an obsession. I'm doing it and I'm losing hair. So be sure to ask somebody that says that they have OCD, what type do you have, what kinds of things do you have. Be very sincere about it and really get to know the different types of OCD before you just assume to put us all in one tiny box and be like, well, you don't have OCD because you don't check the doors all the time. There's so many different types and so many things that we can obsess about. Like it's insane. If you just look up different types of OCD, there's a whole list and it's insane. It's absolutely crazy. So, they're not crazy. I'm not crazy. We just kind of think a whole lot and it's okay, but you got to kind of learn those tips and tricks on how to get through it. So, just, be patient ask questions. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment. Tap that like button so more people can watch my videos, and I hope you stick around for more videos.